Good morning, Nana. In this lecture, I am going to teach you about full wave rectifier. I am going to teach you about full wave rectifier. Full wave rectifier. In our previous lecture, I had taught you the full wave rectifier using a central tap. And in this lecture, I am going to use a capacitor as a filter. Why we are filtering the output here? See, for full wave rectifier, I had connected a capacitor. Why we are using this capacitor? And we are calling this as a filter. That means this capacitor is filtering the output signal. Why is the need to filter this output signal? See, I will explain here. See, the output for the full wave rectifier is in this way. The output voltage will be in this way, right? So here the output is a combination of AC and DC voltage. Here this output contains AC and DC voltage, but we need only DC output voltage. For this purpose, for eliminating this AC output, we are using the capacitor as a filter. We need only DC output voltage here. So what we are doing here, to eliminate this AC output voltage, you just look after this circuit diagram. This circuit contains a combination of full wave rectifier. You just write here full wave rectifier. This is a full wave rectifier. Okay. And this is input voltage. AC input voltage. I had given the AC input voltage to the full wave rectifier. And to this full wave rectifier, I had connected a capacitor. Capacitor is nothing but two parallel plates. Capacitor contains two parallel plates. Okay. And to this capacitor, I had connected the load resistance RL. So along this load resistance RL, we will have the output voltage, which is a DC voltage. Okay. And here I grounded the capacitor here. Here the capacitor C is grounded. What is grounded? Grounded is nothing but the excess of current or electrons. The excess of current or electrons are removed by grounding. What we do? We are removing the excess of current flow or the excess of electron flow. Okay. So this is about the circuit of full wave rectifier with a capacitor as a filter. Okay. And here what we are doing, the input voltage is AC voltage. Input voltage is AC voltage. Now what happens to this output voltage if we use a capacitor? Okay. Let's see. Now what I am doing here, we have the output voltage. For this full wave rectifier for the given input AC voltage. Now I am using this capacitor. What happens? Here the current is a combination of AC current and combination of DC current. Okay, this is a junction A. At this junction, what happens? The current here is divided, or the current will flow through this capacitor as well as through this load resistor RL. So whenever the current flows through this capacitor, what happens? This capacitor always blocks or resist the flow of DC current. Capacitors always resist the flow of DC voltage or DC current. What happens here? That AC and DC current flows through this capacitor. This capacitor blocks the flow of DC current, and it only allows AC current or AC voltage. What is happening here? It blocked the DC current and it allowed the AC current. And this AC current is earth, right? Here the AC current is earth. We had removed this AC current by earthing, right? By earthing this capacitor. Now what we left? Here from this junction, as the current flown, that is the AC and DC current is flown, okay, it reaches to the load resistor RL. What happened here? We removed here the AC current. We removed the AC current using the capacitor, right? We filtered the current, AC and DC current, and we removed this AC current by earthing this capacitor. Now what we left with? We left with the DC current. Okay, now this DC current will be flown through this load resistor. So by using the filter, which is a capacitor, by using the capacitor as a filter, we remove this AC current, right, by earthing this capacitor, and we allowed to pass this DC current through the load resistor, right, and we obtain the DC voltage or DC current through this load resistor RL, and we obtain the output voltage through this load resistance RL. Okay, so we have finally the output voltage, which is only a DC output voltage. DC output voltage. Okay, we had given the AC input voltage, and finally we have AC and DC output voltage, and using this capacitor as a filter, we removed this, or we grounded this AC voltage to the ground, and then after we allowed to pass this DC current through this load resistor, and finally we obtain the output voltage, which is a DC voltage. Okay, this is the use of using a filter, which is a capacitor. Okay, this is the end of our lecture. Okay, and I want to teach you one more point. I forgot about one more point. You just look at here. I want to add one more extra point in this lecture. So here XC is a capacitive resistance, which is equal to 1 by omega C. XC is a capacitive resistance, which is equal to 1 by omega into C. Okay, C is capacitance. If we increase this capacitance, the capacitance of this capacitor, what happens? This capacitive resistance decreases. Okay, so we have to take the maximum capacitance. Therefore, the resistance will be decreases. The capacitive resistance of this capacitor decreases, and it allows the flow of AC current, and it is grounded. So in this way we can remove this output AC voltage. Okay, output AC voltage. So we have to take maximum capacitance, okay, maximum capacitance of a capacitor. Okay, for in place of this capacitance, if you want to take a inductance, the symbol of this capacitor is this, and inductance, the symbol of inductance is this. Okay, if you take inductance in place of this capacitor, what happens? The inductance resistance XL is equal to omega into L. That is, XL is directly proportional to L. Inductance, L is the inductance. Therefore, you have to take less inductance. Okay, the inductor whatever we had taken must contains less inductance. Okay, then only the flow of the current is possible to this inductance. Okay, your capacitance must be taken which will have high capacitance. The capacitor must contain high capacitance, but if you take the inductor in place of this capacitor, okay, the inductance must be less for the passage of the current through this inductor. Okay, so this is the end of the lecture. Okay, this is all about the rectifiers. I will try to make a lecture on PN junction diodes and also semiconductors in my next lectures. Okay, bye.